despite how this fan looks, we're not too far away from finishing. So we have taken 5 days off work to try spend as much time as we can, and I don't know, I don't want to say we're going to finish it because I don't think we are, but
we'll get most of the way there.
Yeah, so let's see the difference between now and in 5 days. So my first task for today is to paint the inside of our engine room, which is really just our bed. And I just realized we haven't actually shown you how we made this bed, but we have an entire vlog all on its own for this. But today I'm going to paint the inside of it shiny bright white, because that's where all the electronics are going, and we want to really easily see where everything's lined up, and also when it's been inspected that they can see it nice and shiny.
Alright, made some progress on the kitchen frame. I've got the actual frame itself done. So I've got somewhere to put the sink, somewhere to put the fridge, and a little enclosure for the induction hob.
You don't know how much I've already been through. You don't know the place I'm coming from. I've been high, I've been low, fought the demons in my soul. You don't know how much I've already been through. Stay proud, never backing down.
We just got the base frame of the kitchen done, and I've put the supports for the sink in. So it'll be an undermounted sink, just to save some counter space. So the sink itself will rest on this and this, and it's well screwed in, so we've left a very small gap here for the thickness of the sink frame itself, so that it rests flush with the top of these, and then the countertop will go on top of the whole lot.
Earn these stripes made of lines that can't be undone. I've been high, I've been low, and the proof is in my bone.
So the reason I built this enclosure around the hob is because there is a fan on the bottom of this, and chances are the top drawer is going to become a cutlery drawer. What I've noticed happens at home is that sometimes when you slide the drawer in, cutlery tends to bend upwards, so it kind of flips up like that. It's not a problem at home because there isn't an induction hob on top of it. But we do not want a fork or something to go into that fan, and I still wanted to have some breathing room here. So I put this little box to protect it, so anything does hit, it'll just hit that wood and not go into our hob. There's very little clearance there for air at the moment, but this thing will be mounted on top of a countertop, so it'll be up to about that high probably. So there'll be a good bit more clearance and plenty of airflow. This hob is actually quite noisy as well because of that fan, so having it enclosed in a box like this will help with that too. And there's a gap at the very back here for airflow and for the power cable to drop down through. So I'm quite happy with how that has turned out.
So while the inside of the bed dries, because it's definitely going to need a second coat, I am going to start working on this overhead space. What we're going to do to the space is insulate the roof underneath this shelf, and then carpet the entire thing. The thing I'm scared to do the most is cut back this headliner a bit. It sticks out quite a bit, so when we're trying to walk in and out of cab, I keep sculling my head off this. So I want to cut this back. And oh sorry, the other thing I'm most scared about is putting spray foam underneath here, but see how that goes. Okay, let's see how this goes. Andrew warned me I could get it everywhere, so I tried to cover the seats in black bags, and I put some bits of tin foil in places, or insulate, so see how it goes, I guess?
Ticking time bomb.
Okay.
You know I'm about to explode. I got a nuclear reactor deep down in my soul.
I don't know if it's going.
I'm 30 seconds from a meltdown. Blood is running red hot through my veins. I got a heavy metal fury. I'm coming for pain.
Looks okay. Looks okay. If I just keep saying it's okay, every 2 seconds will be okay, right? Okay. A third of it I'm happy with. The other 2/3 is like, what went wrong there? Let me show you. Great job, right? Right? Don't look here. Ah. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Ah. Or like my nozzle got stuck and it just wouldn't come out beautifully. Ah.
Alright, the next thing I gotta do is make some drawers. It's gonna be 4. So one kind of matching the level of the drawer under the fridge, and then 3 more on top. This thing will be covered over, so the top will be quite a shallow door with a big door front on it, so you won't be able to see this, and it'll look like 4 evenly sized drawers from the front. Kind of try and make use of that space at the back, so it'll be kind of a weird shaped drawer to start off with. It should be achievable. See how it goes.
What is right? What is wrong? What is here?
And to work?
Today could soon be gone. Who's to say that I can't take what's left behind? What's yours could soon be mine.
Time for spray paint. I think it might be obvious where I did this paintwork. Pretty happy with how it turned out though. This is the first coat. It's gonna dry and look a little bit liney because of the wood underneath it. And the inside will be painted with a paintbrush because I'm there all year trying to get that with a spray gun, but happy with the outside, that's the important bit. This bit's not going to be visible, that's why I did it first. To experiment on. Ooh, I like the little everything up here.
Thank you. Right, so I was going to cut this off, but then after I do the straight line, I could break this stuff off. So what I'm going to do is put a layer of that stuff, so if we hit our head, it's not going to be sore. Push this up.
You are a genius.
Thank you. Beautiful line.
Yeah.
And then the new carpet I'll bring down to here because over here there's going to be a big cut just to hide it.
Yeah.
Great, I'm happy with it.
Now on to you using the glue. Can you even hear me?
I finally finished the overhead. Ah!
Three or maybe 4 coats of paint later and some sandpaper, and I think the kitchen cabinet is ready. Just waiting for the final coat of paint to dry now, and then we'll be able to install it. So it's had a few coats, and then for the last coat it was sanded down and resprayed. So the back of it's not perfect, but again it's facing the wall, so I'm not too worried. But the sides should be pretty good once they're dry. And then the front is pretty bare. The pieces for the drawers are also drying. They might need another coat, and they definitely need another coat on the opposite side. But then I'll be able to put them together.
Hopefully we're moving the kitchen in to the van today, which means I need to finish off this pillar. It needs a bit of love. It's kind of in bits. There's dent marks and scrapes all over it. Holes. So I'm going to sand it down, clean it, prime it, and then put our auto carpet up on it just to give it a nice clean look.
Tell everybody, everyone we know, we ain't got time for that today. 'Cause we got somewhere.
Pillar is done.
Big dreams that take us far away. Here we go, we're taking off, and we know we can't be stopped. Tell the stars we're coming up.
Decided to make a start on the overhead cabinets. So I've just cut out a single support beam, and now I'm just about to start cutting the main sheet timber for it.
Like a rocket.
Above the door trim we have this cable which runs to the brake lights. When they were putting this van together, I feel like they were lazy and didn't run it in this beam, which you can see there's those access points for, and I think that's what they should have done. There's no easy way in to modify this to run it ourselves, so I need to figure out a way to stick it up here so I can carpet around it, and it's gonna look so bad. Friday morning and I'm grumpy. Okay, an hour later and a muffin and coffee in hand. Well, less grumpy now, and I think I sorted it. I have masked the tape to the wall so I can't move, and I'm going to try my best to just carpet over it and see how it looks. The worst bits are probably going to be behind cabinets in any way, so let's see how it goes. I'm not getting up. I'll get up in a minute. Sorry, at this point the camera seems to have ascended to another plane of existence. All the rest of the footage here is just white. I'll do it my way, and I'll be what I'll be. Well, that was a hard week. As always with the van build, everything takes 2 or 3 times longer than you thought it would have. I thought I'd factor that in here, but it seems I didn't. We're both a little bit sad that we didn't get more done, but if you take it into account that if we had done this over weekends, this would have taken us a month to do, so it was well worth it. It's nice to finally see the finishing touches go in, like the carpet on the overhead and the kitchen. The kitchen looks fantastic and I can't wait to see the doors on it. Well, that's all for now. We just thought it'd be fun to show people how much work you can get done in a week. Thanks for watching. Bye! I don't want the audio to be destroyed by it. This sound whatever that is. I'll do it my way and I'll be...
Does not fit. Edit this bit out.
I'm actually scared to do this. I don't know why. If you've ever watched Dexter the show, I made my own kill room. So I'm just trying to know.